Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into another new deck inside of Clash Royale, which is one of the craziest decks I've ever seen that actually works inside of the meta. Now, whenever you see a giant skeleton balloon combo, you might think someone's trolling when you're playing against them, but I've been playing this deck over the last couple of days and it actually works amazing, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to play it right now. So inside of this deck, you've got the Baby Dragon, the Log, Tornado, Tombstone, Miner, and Bats, which all are pretty common cards inside of the meta, but then you have the giant skeleton and the balloon, and of course, while the balloon is pretty common right now, the giant skeleton on top of it makes this just a really crazy deck. There's only 2 spells with the Tornado and the Log. Very interesting stuff. Not a whole lot of direct damage besides the Log, and I guess if you can get the Miner onto the tower, but this deck actually works wonders. It's strong inside of challenges, it's strong inside of trophy pushing, and it actually works well against all or a lot of the top decks inside of the meta. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of battles today. I've actually been playing this a decent amount, been playing against people who are using Log bait, a lot of these really meta decks, and it's worked out so well. And let's go and do a little bit of trophy push using this deck, and let me show you how it's done. All right, so let's do it. Basically, there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to this deck. You can do a lot of different balloon pushes. I think balloon is definitely the safest bet inside of this deck for trying to get what you want done. Getting ready right here, Tombstone against this Knight. We'll start this off slowly, but when you can get a giant skeleton balloon combo down, it's actually one of my favorite things that you can do inside of this deck. So let's do it. I'm actually going to bring these archers in right here. As soon as we stop lagging, we'll kill those archers just to make sure they don't do anything too crazy. All right, check out this Miner positioning right here. That Hog Rider will run towards our tower, but I'm going to go ahead and go ham with my balloon as well as the Baby Dragon. I don't know how well that's going to work. Looks like they're actually going to be able to take out my Baby Dragon, so no damage onto the tower right there, but all in all, feeling pretty decent still, and we're going to get a little bit of bat damage on that left-hand side to make things work. Now, as we get to double elixir, this deck only gets stronger, and at this point, I know what Lavia 90 is going to be ending up playing. He's playing that Hog Rider, so we can just make sure we have our Tombstone and Tornado, which are fantastic counters to it. So getting ready with our Tombstone here, that's going to go ahead and go down this left-hand lane. But like I said, Tombstone and Tornado, I can Tornado the Hog straight to the tower next time if I want to do it. And as his archers go down, we'll just get our Baby Dragon going down right here, and things should be looking pretty dang good. Here we go. Oh, looks like the Baby Dragon's actually going to run straight towards those archers right there. Very nicely done. In fact, I'm going to drop my giant skeleton right here. If he Hog Riders the right-hand lane, say hello to that King Tower, my friend. There we go. This is going to be sort of interesting with the bats. Of course, it's always a little bit risky with that Tornado that you're going to do something that you're not supposed to do. But here we go. Giant skeleton going down that lane. I'm going to switch it up with a Miner in this lane. 1 bat will die, but that's going to be fine. Look at the Miner and the 2 bats on this side right here. It's actually going to work out so well. And this giant skeleton actually has a little bit of HP. He's going to have to play something else to make sure this giant skeleton doesn't go to the tower. And that's going to be the Hog Rider. But look at that giant skeleton. It is so close to getting tower damage. And it does get 1,400 damage done right there. And look at all of that damage, guys. And meanwhile, my King Tower destroyed the Hog Rider. And we're just making some pretty crazy moves right here. Now, Baby Dragon, once again, gonna clean up these bats, no problem whatsoever, and it might be time to whip a balloon out on this guy, so let's go ahead and get our balloon ready right now. We've got our bats, we've got our we don't have our Miner right there. Instead, we do have the very beautiful Tombstone instead. Look at that Ice Spirit jump to reach to that right there. That was very sketchy. I'm going to play another giant skeleton instead of wasting all this elixir. We will get some balloon damage, but all in all, guys, this has been a very interesting start to this game. And let's go ahead and do Log, I guess. Ooh, that was a bad decision because this one archer is going to get a bunch of damage. Pretty silly play right there for me, but we're still looking good, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do our Miner. I'm going to go ahead and do the balloon. I'm going to do the bats. Maybe this should be enough to win this game, guys. Let's see what it does. Tesla's going to go in. Fireball's going to go in. We are just going hard right now. Balloon will end up getting frozen right there with the Log, with the Baby Dragon, everything running towards the tower. That should be enough death damage from that balloon. If not, the Miner will finish this one off for GG. Well played. And wow, that worked out pretty well. Now, this guy did have really good defenses, I have to be honest. Besides that one giant skeleton getting through, he did a pretty good job defending against my balloon without getting a single shot onto the tower, but eventually so much chip damage, and with the fact that the defense is so strong using this deck, it just worked out perfect, and we ended up picking up that win. Let's keep it up. Battle number 2. So far, so good. I'm going to start this one off against Ayad right here. Play my Miner in its favorite spot. Oxalate actually taught me this spot right here. You play it on the left-hand side of the tower, like towards the King Tower, and you can still make sure that you take no damage from that other tower. It's super sneaky, and no one basically ever predicts it. You're guaranteed to get that damage onto the tower most of the time. Here goes his archers, everything else. He's probably playing a Hog Rider as well, so we can just let our Baby Dragon do its thing. Very interesting with the poison spell right there. Looks like it might pay a little bit of dividends. I'm going to play the balloon, but probably going to die right here. Oh, bats are going to go down. That's a little bit unfortunate. We're probably playing against the same exact deck, guys. All right, not the end of the world. One bat will get a little bit of damage done right there. Got to expect a Hog Rider coming out from Ayad right here. And I'm just going to get ready with my Giant Skeleton again. Maybe this will be the same exact result of the last battle. Let's go ahead and start it off with our Giant Skeleton in a moment. Actually, wow, we're going to have to play our log against this Knight right here. And eventually, let's play our Giant Skeleton to make sure we take 0 damage. All right, here we go. Everything's looking pretty good right now. He's going to throw out the WoW, as many people do, when you drop that Giant Skeleton on him. I'm going to go ahead and get ready with our Baby Dragon momentarily. Here's our Miner as well. As soon as that Tesla locks on to the Giant Skeleton, Miner's going in. Another Tesla's going down. This guy's spending a lot on defense, even though we will end up losing our Giant Skeleton right here and not getting tower damage. Our Miner ended up doing so much work that it doesn't really matter. And at this point, Tombstone is ready. Is this guy not playing Hog Rider inside of this deck? Because that seems like it would be a little bit insane. Okay, there it is right there. There's the card we've been looking for. It's the Graveyard. He does have zaps, so we're going to have to log all of these skeletons down, making sure we don't take any fatal damage right there. Looks like we're going to take a little bit of chunk. Graveyard did do a pretty decent amount of work, but still, we're going to be looking okay. We do have the Tornado to try to mess around with the Graveyard, so not looking like the end of the world, but this one definitely going to be a little bit sweaty, and we need to make sure we can pull it out. Here we go with another Giant Skeleton. Giant Skeleton is down and out right now. He is getting ready with another big push. Time to play the Baby Dragon. We have to make sure that we're killing the tank as soon as possible. Expecting a Graveyard, I'm going to go ahead and play our Tombstone right here to try to clean some stuff up. Tornado is going to be sort of interesting, but let's go ahead and try it. I've got the log as well. Maybe this can do something. We're taking a lot of damage right there. Miner's onto the tower. So is the Giant Skeleton getting close. He does have the Knight, though. Really nice defense from Ayad right here, and this is going to be tough, guys. This is going to be tough to try to pull things together. I'll have to use my Baby Dragon to kill these archers. Miner's getting ready. The Baby Dragon will lock on, though. That's going to be the end of that tower. 211 HP left. Tombstone was actually pretty poorly played, so we're going to have to play our log right now and see if this is going to be enough to get things done. There's the log. Tombstone, or Poison Spell, was going to kill us anyways. Let's get our Giant Skeleton down right now. 2 towers means that it's a lot easier to defend against the Graveyard. He's going to go ahead and go ham with his Knight. We're going to try to kill that tank as soon as possible with our bats right here. And taking a look, these skeletons should die slowly but surely. And yeah, not the end of the world by any means. And let's go ahead and get ready right now with the Miner. Why don't we go ahead and do Miner, do this, do Balloon. That Balloon was a little bit early, actually. So let's do a double Giant Skeleton right here. Everyone loves a double Giant Skeleton, am I right? There goes the skeletons, or the Goblin Gang. Double Giant Skeleton, double Baby Dragon right in the center of his face, guys. Trying to make sure we lay down the hammer. Look at the Giant Skeleton parade getting on that left-hand tower. And before you know it, this tower is done for. Take a look at all of that damage. The big old dead skeletons taking that tower down to 0 for another win. And wow, that was a fun matchup. He actually had pretty good stuff. You know, once he zapped those bats down, we struggled a fair bit against Graveyard. So I got to give it to him. He was almost able to pull that off. Let's go and keep going, though. Lots of crazy Tesla decks we've seen so far. We actually have not connected with the balloon onto the tower, which is super surprising. Normally, it's one of the first things that happens using this deck. Getting ready with our bats right here to see what Ruzgar is going to end up playing. Let's get ready with our Miner. And I think we should be looking good. I'm going to go ahead and play my Miner on this side right here. Going to let those bats die on the left. Bats plus Miner is going to equal a pretty fair amount of damage onto this tower. He didn't end up responding with anything. So far so good. And let's see what he has. Now, if he has Graveyard, this is going to end up pretty ugly. Doesn't look like the Graveyard's going to come out. Baby Dragon's going to go ahead and start distracting a little bit. Let's get our Tombstone down for this Giant, just to make sure we take minimal amount of damage from that Giant going crazy on us. Bats are going to go down as well. If we can get our beautiful Miner back in rotation soon, we're going to be able to put in some work. But guys, he did get a fair bit of damage against us. And with this Baby Dragon storming forward, looks like the tower's actually going to take out the bats first. So we didn't get that extra damage per second against the bats, which is super disappointing. Meanwhile, the Giant Skeleton. Let's go and bring everything together for that Giant Skeleton bomb. Look at that damage right there. Oh, but man, the Prince actually lives until we eventually play our log and take it out. All right, well, once again, we're going to have to defend. Let's use our Baby Dragon against these minions. Perfect little splash from the Baby Dragon to make sure we don't take too much damage. This has definitely been an interesting match so far. Nothing like I would have expected, but with Giant Double Prince, we're going to have to make sure we utilize our beautiful Giant Skeleton bombs to destroy his tower. And yeah, other than that, we should be okay. He does have Mega Minion and bats for the balloon, so going to be a little bit tough sledding to get that balloon to the tower. Let's get ready with our Tombstone once again, though. And there goes his, there goes his Dark Prince. All right, well, we'll use our bats. No problem with playing our bats right away. Making sure we clean him up. Looks like he's going to go ahead and play a zap, so very big investment from him. He played 10 elixir on that push. We only played 5, so definitely have a nice advantage there. And as we get ready again, guys, let's just go for our miner. Let's get our baby dragon out just in case he plays the minions. Looks like he played a beautiful giant right there, but look at this baby dragon getting the splash damage down. That is what I'm talking about. Baby dragon putting in some really good work for us, guys. And as we prepare in a moment, let's get our tornado going in. And guess what? Another giant skeleton will be the answer. And that's going to stop that push right in its tracks. Wait, what? What did that giant skeleton just do? That giant skeleton almost threw the entire game by going all the way left. That almost didn't make any sense for me. Tornado's going in right here, trying to get this giant in a different place, but that was a pretty stupid play right there. Anyways, we're still looking fine, guys. Almost had a very big disaster. Actually, we are going to have a very big disaster because, guys, that means he's going to be able to... Oh, wow. And I played my balloon before I played my miner. We just completely blew that, guys. Now we're going to have to go into double elixir. What was that one giant skeleton doing? I still am not sure, guys. And then now we're going to have to find a way to make this one work. This battle just turned on its head 150%. Poor balloon placements from me. We still have not connected with that balloon, guys. So we're going to really have to stretch this one and make sure this works right here as we start doing some work. Now, he waited pretty long on his zap, so that's good news for us. I'm going to get our miner down right here. Looks like the giant skeleton's going to do a great job of taking some pot shots for us, just making sure that we don't have anything too bad go wrong. Here goes our giant skeleton to distract for our baby dragon. Balloon's going to go down as well, guys. And this might be the balloon that we need. Check this out. The balloon is running straight towards the tower, tornadoing everything together. The balloon will finish it off for our first connected balloon of the game. GG. Wow. You can see, this deck actually works. A lot of people think this deck doesn't work. We just played some pretty meta decks back there with the Hog Ride and the Giant Double Prince actually is a deck that works super well inside of this meta, and we were able to pick up some wins. I played this deck from 4,300 trophies to 4,700 with only like 1 or 2 losses. I played the challenge with this deck, and I think I got like 10 wins. It works really well. I definitely recommend you guys try it, and go ahead and give it a look right now. With only 2 legendaries being the Miner and the Log, a lot of people will have access to play it. Baby Dragon, Giant Skeleton, Balloon, Bats, Tombstone, and Tornado. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck and enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, but that is going to do it. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.